Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Hope everybody's well. It is the July coding challenge today. And let me just put the tunes back on. So yeah, we were suffering with a couple of drop frames earlier, and my internet, let's just move that book over there, has been struggling recently. I don't know why. So I immediately shut down a bunch of boxes, closed the laptop lid. So hopefully it'll get better now. Take some stuff off of the network. As far as I can see, it seems to be going okay at the moment. Anyway, today we're going to crack on with do the July coding challenge review. And if I go over to this view here, this is the codechallenges.howtocodewell.net. For those who don't know, every month what I do is oh, that's great to hear. Thank you very much, Marco. For every month, what I do, I'll put this in the link in the links here. Every month, what I do is I do a coding challenge, and if you want to take part, it's free to do so. Level up your skills and so forth. And then at the end of the month, what I do is I review these things on Twitch. So you submit your coding repos to... it's dropping again. You submit your coding repos to the Discord server, and then at the end of the month, I will review them live on Twitch and then announce the next one. This is a bit annoying. It seems like the internet keeps having a wobble. So you'll see here that we've got regex tests. Okay, so this is the July challenge, and I've broken this up into 5 different sort of stages with increased levels of difficulty. I should say that the next challenge, the August challenge, is Python based. So if you're a Python developer, do stick around for that. So, regex tests. Okay, let's work on some regex using this set of numbers: 1, 2, 3, 939, and 7878 with hyphens in between. Complete the following levels. And in here, I've said you can use PHP, Python, JavaScript for the challenge, and create 1 answer per level. So these are the levels below. I'm just going to grab a cup of tea, and then I will make sure all the code has been pulled down from the various places. Bear with me a mo. Yeah, I can see the graph on the bitrate graph going up and down. So I don't know how stable the stream is. I don't know. And on my creator dashboard thing, it's just frozen. So who knows if I'm even broadcasting live. I hope I am. I'm going to continue, and I will obviously put this up onto YouTube a few weeks after this. So I will push this out to the Discord. Hey, MB Dealer. That's an awesome username, MB Dealer. Thank you for joining today. Hope you're having a great weekend. We've just we've taken Murphy, my English Springer Spaniel, out for a long walk in the forest, because we live quite close to a forest, and we did about 8 kilometers, and we've properly tired him out. He turned 1 literally like Thursday. So he's still only a pup, but he enjoyed the walk. We took it slow, and he's now downstairs with my wife, just chilling out and having a bit of R&R. Okay, I'm going to check whether we've got the right things in the right places in terms of the code, and then what I'll do is I'll go through the levels. So we had 2 submissions this month, and they came from, if I did an ls here, They came from the Tilidon and Mr. DB303. So thank you very much for you two for submitting. And if let's go into the Tilidon first. I just want to make sure everything's wired up. So if I did an ls and then go to HTC, it's not that one, it's the hyphen 2020 July challenge, and then did an ls. Yeah, his birthday bandana. Yeah, it's really funny, right? He is terrified of balloons. We only discovered that on Thursday, because we blew up a load of balloons on Wednesday, and I say terrified. He growls and barks and sort of is very apprehensive. He's not terrified. He's just very sort of like, he doesn't like them. He doesn't know what they are. I held one up and I dropped it to the ground, and it sort of obviously floated gracefully to the earth as balloons usually do. He couldn't comprehend that. It looks like a ball. It's not a ball. It doesn't land like a ball. It doesn't smell like a ball. It's not a ball. I don't understand. So I'll bark at it, and that's what he did. He's barked and barked and barked. Growled. Doesn't like it. Thank you for joining, Mr. DB. Mr. DB303. Right, what am I going to do here? I'm going to just cat the README. This is JavaScript. This one's a JavaScript jobby. Regex text. Okay, this is the same README as this one. That's fine as the one I've got. If you want to run instructions, here we go. If you want to run and check the levels, you need npm. Okay, go to the folder JavaScript and run npm I to load the dependencies. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. So let's do that. Let's go to the JavaScript folder, ls. I'm going to just cat the package.json for a minute. Package.json. What do you need? Bootstrap, jQuery. Oh gosh, I haven't used jQuery in yonks. Okay, and Bootstrap icons. Sweet. So this looks like there's going to be an interface. Okay, I'm down with that. That's cool. I mean, I wasn't expecting an interface. I was just expecting results based on these. But that's fine. That's cool. I'm going to go into Mr. DB's now. I just want to suss out the lay of the land, if you will. So let's go into out of the Tilidon, and I think it's Mr. DB303. Let's do an ls, and I've literally just pulled these down, so I just want to make sure. Aha. Okay, we've got an includes folder, index.php, level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4, level 5. Sweet, all the levels are done. We've got style, and we've also got, very nicely, a readme file, .txt. Okay, the submission, languages, blah, 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 as required. Awesome, good. And index.php is also supplied to navigate between the levels. Oh, very handy. All levels have an input form. Oh, nice. So this is an interface too. The brief for the challenge is as follows. Okay, cool. So that's the same one. I like that. Adjust your answers to cope with the hyphens or brackets. Cool. Okay. All right. So I think that's fairly straightforward in the sense of just getting them running, right? So if I did an ls here, we have we got an index page. Let's just cut that out. Index.php, and then I'll just make sure it's not pulling anything down from any other website. No, it's just doing it includes of header and includes of footer. Let me just triple check what those are. Includes of header, and then what I'll do is I'll discuss the actual challenge itself. Hang on a minute, what's going on? Cats includes includes. There we go. Header. Okay, so this is pulling in some fonts. I just want to make sure it's not pulling anything else. That looks good to me, and also on the footer too. Nice. Nice. Okay, cool. All right, let's get into the actual what the challenge is. Let's talk through that. Okay, so let's work on some regex using this set of numbers 123-939-789. Complete the following levels. You can use PHP, Python, JavaScript for this challenge. So we've got a PHP and we've got a JavaScript submission. Create one answer per level, as we've seen. So the first level is the simplest way. This is a trick question. It's a trick question. What is the simplest way to check for exactly this set of numbers? Remember, the simplest way is not always the correct way. So how do you exactly check for exactly that number? That set of characters. Okay, level 2. Use character classes to check for the numbers. You can also use sets if you want. So this is using character classes to check for the numbers. So these are the numbers here. Okay. And then shorthand only. Now simplify the answer using shorthand. Now some people may have done shorthand already up here. That's fine. But this is just sort of to give you an idea that there's more than one way to skin a cat. There's more than one way to solve this problem. Okay, then level 4 was to group the numbers. So turn those numbers into groups. So this would be group 1, this would be group 2, and this would be group 3. Then level 5, UC hyphens IC brackets. Now this is the thing that span my head in several directions when I was trying to do this myself on stream. What happens if the hyphens are sometimes open and closed brackets like this? So there's just open and closed brackets, or like this. Adjust your answers to cope with hyphens and or brackets. So that's that's a bit of a challenge. Just that is quite tricky. All right, so who should I check first? I think we'll do Mr. DB, as we're in his their repo at the moment, and I believe this one is PHP, right? It is, and I probably can just do an open of index.php, of index.php, and I can't be that clever. That's annoying. I'm going to have to run. Oh, of course I can't do that anyway, because sorry, my mind is all over the place today. I need to. I've been up too late. That's why. For too long. I need to run the local server. Of course I do. Let's do 8.4 here. Okay, let's have a little look and see what we've got. I like the interface. I never asked for the interface. There was never an interface asked on here, but I like the way people have thought of how they're actually going to display this. If it was just literally commands to run on the command line, that would be perfectly fine. But I like this. If I go back to it, there we go. I like it. So we got some links here as well. So this is my submission for the How to Code Well Regex Coding Challenge. Please click a level button below to see the respective entry. Very nice and tidy. Let's go for level 1. Nice. It's gone straight to level 1. Okay. Number to be validated. Clever. Yep. That's exactly right. To have the caret at the front and the dollar symbol at the back to denote that that's the start of the pattern and that's the end of the pattern. That is what I was trying to focus on. Number to be validated. If I hit submit, what happens? Maybe I should just put the number in. Success. The value entered matches the regex pattern. Nice. Now, let me pull this just apart for a second, because you've done some really interesting work here with this. How does this get submitted? It's PHP, but how does this work? The input here is a text input, fine, but how does this, it must be PHP. So let's go up to, let's open up PHP. Is this the actual, there, that's the website. Bear with me a second. I should have got this ready during the stream. What's this called? Code challenges. So it's not that one. Is it that one? I think it's this one. Because I think these are... Yeah. Alright, so that was March. And we need to be... Have I called it August? Why have I called it August? It's not August, it's July. Sorry, let me sort this out first. Gosh. I need some more sleep, I think. Last night was rubbish sleep. Anyway, so we're on Mr. DB, and this is the thing, and we've just done level 1. And level 1 here. Okay, let's get into the code. So we're requiring the index, the header once, fine. And then here we're doing, we're getting the request method, making sure that it's post. That could be double equals, I think. Data trim, trimming down the data. That's cool. Nice. Let's see if, so I guess like, whoops. I guess it would trim it down, right? So, and I've gone and put a, submit that. Oh, hang on. What have I done? Have I... No such file or directory on... What?
No coders.
What? Have I broken it? I think I have. I do apologize, Mr. DB. I think I've broken it all. Thank you for following Sleep Lurker. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Thank you. You've set the emotes off. I'm doing a code review at the moment, and I'm making a really good effort to break the code by not doing much. Sleep deprivation. There we go. Right, back into the game. Level 1. Right, so the idea was I just wanted to test the trim. That's all I wanted to do. And I hit submit. There we go. And come down here. Fail. The value entered does not match the... Oh, it's because of this, right? Why is that putting in a dot? Alright, let's hit... Sorry. Submit. There we go. That's worked. Because you quite cleverly trimmed it down. Great stuff. Okay, result. Test the regex pattern level 1. I like the way you've called that. Test regex pattern level 1. Excellent. And then that's the... And you're also echoing out and stripping the tags. Very nice. Very, very nice. A preg match. That's what you're using. Okay. Cool. And you're matching it upon here. Very nice. Very nice. Let's move on to level 2. So, how do I get back to index? Level 2. Okay. Use character classes to check the numbers. You can also use sets if you want. Very clever. So you've got 0 to 9, and a set of 3 of them. 0 to 9, a set of 3 of them, and 0 to 9, a set of 4 of them, because we've got 4 here, 3 there, and 3 there, plus you've got hyphens in between, right? So this I should be able to do one. Well, first up, right, let's do the one that we should know works. So if we hit submit on this, then we get success. But if I was to change this up, let's say this was 1, 1, and let's say that was sort of 6, and then hit submit, that should be the same, right? We should pass. which is good because it means now, I mean, if I was to put in like A in there, that should fail, which it does. Very, very nice. Let's see if I can remove, let's bring that back to say 2. Let's remove one of the hyphens out. Hit submit, that should also fail as well, which it does. Okay, so what we've got here is, this is the pattern that Mr. DB's using. This is the caret, this is the start of the pattern, and then the percentage, not percentage, the dollar symbol, sorry, that is the end of the pattern. The slashes here denote that this is the regex string, the regex delimiters, right? And then what we're doing is we're splitting, well, if you see it as 3 separate sections, so this is the first section, this is the second section, and this is the third. So in the first, what we're doing is we're saying, okay, 0 to 9, anything 0 to 9, but we must have 3. We must have 3. I couldn't do like that, for instance. That's going to fail because we must have 3 of them, and they must start from 0 to 9. So I could do, for instance, 0, 0, 0, and that should work. Which, hang on. Oh, it's because I got a hyphen in between. Sorry. There we go. That should work. Success. In actual fact, I can do 0, 0, 0 on all of them, and 0, 0 on these as well, and this should work too. 0, 0, 0, 0, and hit submit. And also, so that's 3, that's 3, and then this is 4. So this is saying that anything that precedes this needs to happen 4 times, and only 4 times. And then, of course, you've got the hyphens in between to break this up. So this needs to be 0 or 0 to 9 3 times, and then a hyphen, and then 0 to 9 3 times, and then a hyphen, and then 0 to 9 4 times. And there we go. So yeah, that works well. And I would bet you that is also using a similar set of logic. Yep, we're doing a trim and other bits and pieces, and then we pass in the pattern here. Yeah, awesome. P-reg match again. Good. Okay. No worries, Sleep Lurker. You can't plan these things, mate. You can't. You can't. I hope you're doing well. I hope you've had a good weekend. I've had a really good weekend. So yesterday we saw some family, which was something that we haven't done in a long time. So not my side, but we saw family, which was great. And then today we did a proper 8-kilometer walk with the dog in the forest. So it's been a good weekend. It's been a very, very good weekend. And also, I've eaten a lot of cake and drank a lot of tea, which is always a win. Yeah. So level 3 then. This is where things start getting a little bit crazy, I think. If we go back to here, back to the index. Okay, now simplify the answer using shorthand syntax. So what do we got? Aha! That's cool. And I say crazy because you are essentially adding different symbols here. So this is so you start with a slash, then you've got a caret, then you've got a slash, and then you've got a D. Anyone reading this is like, what? Like who doesn't know regex would be like, what on earth does that mean? But essentially, D is digits. So I want 3 digits, I want 3 digits, and I want 4 digits, and then you have the hyphens. So exactly the same as before, but it's shorthand. So if I hit submit on that, that should work too, which is good. Yeah, let's go and take a look at the code. I'm sure it's doing the similar set of trimming and all this stuff. I'm very happy that you've trimmed it down. And you were stripping tags as well. That's well thought out, sir. And that's the pattern. And that is the pattern. Yeah. All right. Moving on to level 4. Level 4 is... I'll try and remember what that is. Level 4 is the grouping. It's the grouping. Now, when you group in regex, you use the brackets, so the open and closed brackets, and whatever is within that group is the group, essentially. Excuse me. It allows you to assign these to variables. So if you were to create some sort of like, let's say, mod rewrite rules. So in your htaccess or in your vhost, if you're looking for certain segments in a URL, then you could assign these groups to the variables. So let's say, for instance, this was category, and then this was category shoes, right? So you would know that would start with categories, but this would be like the slug of the category. And so what you would do is you would look for anything after this, and anything that has perhaps alphanumeric, up to the next slash. Because you might then have, say, pagination. So you might have so page 1 or let's say page 10, and then you might also have, say, 7 items on that particular page. But this is the slug, this is the identifier. So when a URL comes in, you'll be able to group these and say that's group 1, that's group 2, that's group 3, and that's group 4. So group 4 is the limit, group 3 is the page number, group 2 is the actual slug of the category, and group 1 is the category itself. This could also be, say, product, and this could be shoe, like that. But anyway, we didn't do that. We were looking at numbers. That, to me, might be another challenge in the future. So 1, 2, 3, 9, 3, 9. Let's copy all this in. 7, 8, 7. Let's copy that back in again and hit submit. Yep, that's working fine. I think also what you could do is you could put the number, the set inside the group, potentially. Let's have a look and see where the code is. What's going on with that? Come on. Is that using preg match? Yeah. So with preg match, you can also supply a variable, which is here, matches. So matches matches the subject, the given subject. So for example, lots of documentation on this. I want to get to the top. Here we go. Matches. If matches is provided, then it is filled with the results of the search. So matches 0 will contain the text that was matched, which matched the full pattern. Matches 1 will have text that match the first captured parentheses, i.e. a group. So for example, and there's an example here. I'm just going to break this apart. I hope you don't mind, but I'm going to just pull this apart for a minute. Let's say, for example, we have matches up here. And we're going to set this to a blank array. And then what we do is we pass in matches up here as the third argument. And the third argument is it's an array, or it could be null, right? And then instead of returning this, I'm going to do a print pre, just so I've got something to show off on page. Print r, and then a die, and we're going to print out matches. All right. So if I was to run this in the code again, I'll have to bring it up. So here you can see that you've got the matches 3, 9, and 8. So 0, I'm going to have to highlight this, 0 is the first string that is the full string that you've matched. And then after that becomes the matches that you've got, the groups. So 3, 9, and 8. And I believe that is because if we went back to the code, 3, 9, and 8, that's 3, that's 9, and that's 8. But I think if I was to break this for a minute, let me just hack this up. Give me a second, 2 seconds, whilst I just smash up Mr. DB's code. I'm so sorry. Right, let's try that once more. So yeah, now can you see? I've just refreshed the page. Now can you see that we now have the full 1, 2, 3, 9, 3, 9, and 7, 8, 7, 8. That is because we've contained the set, the number, the amount of digits that we are trying to look for within those parentheses. What I'm saying here is this is fantastic when you're doing mod rewrite. And let's say, for example, this was a URL, and instead of the hyphens we have slashes. So that, as I said, this could be category, that could be the category name, and that could be some sort of pagination thing. To identify those, you would be grouping them in the parentheses, and you would also make sure that the rules that you want to look for are within the group. So here you would say, well, if that was category, that was the category name, and then that was the pagination, you would say, well, this is, number 1 is obviously category, number 2 would be the category that I'm looking for. So in this case, in the example I had before, that would be shoes, and then number 3 would be the pagination. And then you would put that to the controller, and the controller would deal with all of those possibilities off of the root. Anyway, I will revert all this. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that, to break all your... the thing is, you managed to do the test. So, the test passed. Let's roll that back for a second. Okay, cool. All right, moving on to level 5. This is where it gets a little bit crazy, isn't it? Level 5 is the nut job one. So let's go back to the index here. Level 5. Yes, you see hyphens, I see brackets. What happens if the hyphens are sometimes open and closed brackets like this? Or like this? Adjust your answer to cope with the hyphens or brackets. Crikey. Okay. Why do I do this? Alright, so the reason why I did this is because I knew that the brackets themselves would need to be escaped. And to escape, you would need to use the slashes, the backslashes. So you're slashing the... let me break this up. Right, let me break this up. This is it. Where's that? So that's from there to... I'm trying to work this out. Is it there? That is a single group. No. That's a single group. Because that has escaped that. I'll talk about the question mark in a minute. That is the digit. That's a group itself. That's another group. I want 3 of those. So again, that could go inside there. And then this escapes the closing bracket. And then we've got an OR symbol. So an OR is a pipe. So you're saying it could be that, or it could be this. So it could be an escaped closing bracket, or it could be a hyphen. Oh gosh. And then so yikes. Okay, so let's just try it out. Let's just grab this and then paste this into here and then hit submit. So that worked. Cool. Let's hack this up. Let's say, for instance, this is going to have that. Okay. So that requires that. Does it need? Can I get rid of it? All right. So I can't have a hyphen at the start, but I can not have a break, a curly bracket. Losing words. Let's put a hyphen into here. Submit. That works. Let's put let's take that off, and then hit submit. So that worked. Can I put a hyphen on the end? Nope. That's fine though, because well, is it fine? I can't do this. I shouldn't be able to do this. No, but I should be able to do. I should be able to do this, right? So if I was to do that and then remove that hyphen, I should be able to do that. Should I not? Do I not? Yes. Okay. All right. Whew. Hey, liquid oxygen. Yeah, I'm doing well, thank you. I'm doing very well. I'm doing good. I'm doing really, really well. Sun is shining. The dog is very happy. And yeah, I've actually started exercising again. Because I put on a lot of weight due to COVID. And it's been about a week now since I've started just doing a little bit of light exercise, weights and stuff like that. And I'm starting to eat more healthily now, because before I was eating a lot of takeaways and stuff on the weekends. And I've exchanged the takeaways for a fruit delivery box. So I'm eating healthily, I'm exercising, and we went for a really nice long walk, and the sun's out. So I'm really happy. I'm in a nice place at the moment, which is good. This is maddening to see, isn't it? I mean, it works, but it's just, I mean, the whole thing is just crazy. I don't know what kind of mood I was in when I decided to do this. Probably something that required. I was not in the mood I am now, let's just say that. Alright, so these question marks then, these are optional characters, and these are saying that it's optional on the left hand side, so it's saying it's like a look back. I'm doubting myself, let me just check that. So regex test PHP, there's a really great website. If I can find it. Here we go. Once it loads, and I think below we've got some. It's not actually on here, is it? Oh, that's silly. But anyway, I'll put this in the chat. This is really good for regular expressions on the PHP side of things. I'm looking for, I can't remember whether it's reverse or forward. I think it's reverse. I just want to, before I actually say that, I want to... I think it is reverse lookup. Look ahead and look behind. Yeah, it's the question mark. Positive and negative look aheads. That's very weird. Something just fell off of my desk. yeah, for the reason the regex blah 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 never matches 1 2 3 plus that. First, it look around captures 1 2 3. Obviously, blah 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 blah. Okay. Skim reading. So yeah, look ahead and look behind, collectively called look around, are zero-length assertions, sorry, just like the start and end of the line. The difference is that the look around actually matches characters, but then gives up the match, returning only the result. Okay. So it's a negative, is it? When explaining character classes, this tutorial explained why you cannot use negated character classes, to match Q, followed by negative look aheads provide a solution. So Q, question mark, exclamation mark, U. The negative look ahead construct is a pair of parentheses with an open parentheses followed by a question mark. So it's a negative look ahead. So looking ahead negatively. Yeah. Whereas positive look aheads are just the same, but it's question mark equals and then this matches Q that is followed by a U without making the U part of the match. The positive look ahead construct is a pair of parentheses with opening parentheses followed by a question mark and an equal sign. Okay. Cool. Right. Okay, so let's get back to it. I mean, yeah, it's a mouthful. It's a mouthful, but I'm glad you got the escaping in there too. Just be careful again with the groupings, because if I was to do this again in here, so if I did level 5 and then come down to here and then did another matches is equal to an array and then print R or print R matches, and then let's hit die on this, and then also let's print pre at the top because it's a website. So format that. Right, let's now hit submit again. All right, so yeah, careful of your matches, because they don't really mean a lot if you needed to identify these. So be careful of your groupings, because and these are going to be very different compared to what you supply. So yeah, that's the only point I would make for this. But really, it's good. It's good. It's a great set of challenges there that you've submitted. I also like this combination that you've got going on here. So you can see the various different bits and pieces that are working. Yeah, thanks for that, Liquid Oxygen. Yeah, I think it's good. It's good mentally as well. Well, thank you very much, Mr. DB. That was really good work there. This is a very difficult challenge. A very, very difficult. It's probably one of the, apart from the game that we made, the JavaScript game, because that was over a whole several months. Apart from that one, I believe this is probably the most difficult one out there so far. But yeah, thank you for that. We're going to move on to the next challenger, and I'm going to just close on to this one and do an ls. And I believe that was the Tilladin, right? So if I ls, yes. And I think this was JavaScript based. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna have to replay I can't remember what was in the README. Bear with me a second. Something about installing npm and all, or using npm to install dependencies. Yeah, that's the one. This has this has, if I can use my words, this has jQuery, I believe. Yes, jQuery and Bootstrap. Okay, let's run this. Let's do an nvm use stable, and then do an npm I, as mentioned in the notes. Okay, so now we have our node modules, and now I should be able to run. I guess if I was to run index.html, that should produce it, right? I think so. Let's hit open of index.html. Hopefully that, typically it's opened in the wrong browser. There we go. All right, so this is the next challenger, the Tillerton. Sweet. So this is a JavaScript application, and it is, we can see the various different inputs here, I believe, and I can put in the various things, and yeah, let's give it a go. So level 1, the simplest way, so it exactly matches, so let's put that in. Is there going to be a submission? Does that work? I can't see it working. What's going on? Is there a button? Am I missing something? Am I missing something here? No worries, Mr. DB. What's going on? Let's put something in that is just ridiculous. No, that doesn't work. So, okay, I'm confused. It doesn't look like there's a submit button. I can't see. Let me have a little look. I'll do a bit of digging. Aha. So we appear to have some issues. We are providing data regex. That's clever. Are we doing that on the other ones as well? Yeah, but it doesn't. I can't seem to. There's 10 errors here. A safe attempt. But I don't think that's an issue. Let me try and open this again one more time. No. Ah, that's annoying. Why do I feel like I'm forgetting something? Like, so we're doing a console log on something. 10 errors, which are the unsafe attempt to load a URL from the frame with the URL. 5 user messages, so this is the infos. We don't have any warnings. Let's have a look at the code. Let's see if I can. Let's just do a rollback on this one. Let me see on the code, and let's just see. I really do think that I'm missing something here. I apologize, the Tillerton. I think it's my issue. Let me just make sure I'm in the right spot. Yeah, I'm in JavaScript. And it was here, right? If I opened up there. There just doesn't seem to be any kind of way of submitting this, or any sort of way to run the code. Let's put that in. Unless, I mean, let's put all them all in, right? So some examples are 111, and let's say this mix of level here can enter, which looks like XXX, where each, yeah. So again, let's just put that in, and then put that in. Do I get any results? I can't seem to get anything. Right, okay. Okay, so Bootstrap's only used for the styling, for CSS, obviously, and then you've got HTML5 shim and Responder.js for IE support. Don't need to worry about that. Okay, let's have a look at the HTML here. We've got, so that's the explanation. It's more to do with please enter a number. So we do have placeholders, and we got described by please enter the number. Level 1 add-on, the data regex is here. There needs to be a starting caret though, I think, because we've got an ending. We've got a data level of 1. I just don't know what that corresponds to. Circle. Then we've got some SVGs. So circle fill. I think these correspond to these things. I think. Miss DB's asking if it's brought in the dependencies. That's a very good question. Let's do an oops. Let's do an ls. I had my thing in the chat. Sorry, ls. Ls of node modules. So we do have Bootstrap. We've got the icons and we've got jQuery. So that worked. However, oh, I'm not in no modules Bootstrap. Yeah. Yeah, the icon's not showing, and which kind of feels to me like it's not actually wired up, or I haven't wired up properly. So. I don't know. I really want to get this to work. I really want to get this to work, because this looks like it's going to be a good challenge. And I can see the amount of effort and time that's been put into this, you know. So it's using, this is an input, right? So input type of text. It's using the class, which is form control. It's got a placeholder, which is enter the number. Let's just make sure that that placeholder is there. So the placeholder is good. 111. Let's paste that in. Can you see that things are changing? Can you see up here that things are actually changing? Keep your eye on this here. By check circle fill. So if I'm going to remove this, yeah, so this is d_done, and if I pass this in, then this changes to circle fill, but the circle isn't displayed. So I'm guessing there's some form of link up with the JavaScript that isn't quite right. Could it be? No, it brings in the CSS, okay, but it's running from the node icons, right? I'm assuming this is a node icon or a bootstrap icon, sorry. So that would go in from here, right? So if I open this up, open a new tab. Okay, so that's fine. I can't see the JavaScript actually being added to this. Here's the jQuery. Let's open that up in a new tab. So the jQuery's in. Okay, cool. And also index. I mean, we would get errors anyway, right? We would get errors. Aha. So I'm wondering if oh gosh, this brings me back to the good old jQuery days. I don't know. Have we done a document.load, or do we need to do that now? I haven't used jQuery in ages, so I don't know. This is so regex input.each index element. So we're looping through all elements that have that as the class. We're doing a console.log element. Aha! I did see that. That was where are we? I did see that in the console log. It was these. All right, so that's saying to console log that. Let element is element. So element would be off of this, which would refer back to. Oh gosh, sorry, I'm going everywhere. These, and we've got regex input. I see. So we're identifying the regex inputs by, or the inputs by the class. Okay, so that does appear to be working through. Then we're instantiating a new reg exp, passing in the element data regex. We're using IG, so case insensitive, and then on key up. Aha, on key up. Element.on key up. So we don't appear to be firing this, and then we do regex. So what I'm going to do is just debug this and just see. So in here, index.json, this is where we're looking at. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to throw in some console logging. Let's do debug. And pass that in. I just want to see, and then ELM. What's ELM? Okay, so they get the element off of the ELM. Okay, so that's the event. Sorry, is that right? The event? Am I? Or maybe I haven't used jQuery in a while. All right, let's just run this and see. So refresh. Okay. Now we've got the things in. I needed to do a shift refresh. So 1:1 and it should be 3 of them. -1, 2, 3, 4. Why is that not? Oh, I didn't do a shift refresh. Sorry, I copied it in before. So there we go. There's a tick. Right. So I'm wondering if the jQuery just wasn't running for some reason. Anyway, it works now. It works now. I think we'll just put this down to some browser foobar stuff with the with the icons. I can't remember whether I did a shift refresh or not, because if I did a shift refresh that would clear cache, although the cache would be cold anyway. Meh. Okay, so they all have, let's just start this, let's start this on a clean slate. I'm going to get rid of this, I'm going to get rid of the U, and I'm going to do a shift refresh this time. See, there's still... Oh, kind of regretting doing that now. Let's load this up again. Right, okay, that was clean. That loaded up cleanly. So we'll just use this tab, and I will not change at all. Let's copy this in. There we go. So that works. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. I don't think this was a fault of the Tilladins at all. I'm just going to put it down to some crazy, weird, funky bootstrap Java jQuery thing. But it's a good example of dependencies getting in the way. Groovy, that works fine. Let's do AAA. Good stuff. Now what I'm going to do is go through, because I believe this is done using the data regex, and that's getting pulled through. Can you see here? I've put a console logging on here, and that's getting pulled through. Now let me think. Because this is HTML5, I believe we can do a HTML5 pattern instead. Input patterns. So yes, you can. So let me bring that up a little bit more. Whoa, not that far. There we go. Can you see? So instead of passing this off to JavaScript, we could do this within the HTML using pattern. So I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna break this. So instead of I am in the right file. Here we go. So it was this here. We'll do the first one, right? So instead of data regex, we have pattern. And with the pattern, we need to we don't put in the regex delimiters. We just provide the pattern. So, whoops, sorry. Excuse me. Which means we should be able to run from here. Well, the same actually, the same jazz. So I'm going to just copy and remove that, cut that, and then hit save. And then we're going to refresh this page, and I think I need to have a submit button to actually demonstrate this, because it needs to be submitted, I think. But yeah, I think I need a submit button. Let's just I'm sorry, the Tilladin. I'm gonna create a form. In fact, what I'll do is grab this. I tell you what, let's just create a new file. Put it in here. Let's just call this temp, because I'll remove it straight after. And in here, we'll get rid of some bits and pieces just to make it clean. I shouldn't use the word clean, just to make it a little bit less dependent on other things. So there we go. Okay, so let's create a form just really quickly, just bash one out. So form, let's do inputs. Form type is post. Name is temp. temp, like that, and then we're gonna put in an input, and input is gonna have a type of text with a pattern, and that pattern is gonna be, I've actually done it on the index, haven't I? Silly. I didn't mean to do that. But let's just grab this pattern. Well, it's that, isn't it? I will change the files over. Bear with me a minute. Let's just copy that, put it into temp, and I'll just bung it down here for a second. And we're going to grab all of this and put that back where it was, or I could just do a rollback, but whatever. All right. All right, and then you've got a placeholder stuff, and then you'll also have a button. So button or submit. Input type. Submit. Value is send. Or something like that. Something along those lines. Let's just quickly load this up. Alright. So if I hit submit, is that... How do I get that pattern to work? Let's just see. And also set it as required. Yes. So please match the requested pattern. Yeah, please match the requested pattern. And I think I could pass in a title. And in the title, we could put this in to say, please match, and then boom. I'm going a mile a minute here. I do appreciate. I do apologize, but I want to just smash through this and then get back to the Tillidan stuff, because I have gone on a. There we go. Can you see? So please match the requested format. Please match the format. I can't even spell. Send. Please match. So my point. Oh gosh, my point is that you could do this in the HTML. You don't need JavaScript. That's my entire point here. JavaScript isn't needed for this at all. It could just be HTML. Now I did say that JavaScript could be used for this, but I just, as everybody's put in interfaces, GUIs to this, it could just be in HTML. Anywho, let me just revert this back to what it was, because I don't want to pollute other people's work with my craziness. So we'll do a rollback on that one, and I'm going to roll back on the JavaScript too. We'll keep temp in though. Okay, so let's get back to it, because the interface is really, really nice, right? Really, really nice. And I do like the fact that we have the tick and the cross. That's good. Where have they gone? Here we go. So the ticks and the crosses are good. So that works. And then this one here is the second. This is character classes. So you can enter here a number of the following conditions. So 3 digits from 1 to 3 minus, which is the hyphen, 3 digits 1 to 3 or not, digits of 3 or 9. Okay, then minus, then 4 digits of 7 or 8. Okay, I don't quite follow that, to be fair. So that's an example. Can I do 4, 4, 4 and 4? Ah, right. Okay. I think you've misunderstood the question here. The challenge, which was on level 2, which was character classes. Use character classes to check for the numbers. You can also use sets if you wish. This is a little bit more clever than what I was anticipating. If I can find the tab. No, it's not that one. It's not that one either. It's this one. Yeah, so I think this one's a little bit too complicated. Let's have a look at this pattern. Okay, 1 to 3 with 3, and then 3 to 9, 3. I'm not sure why that happened. I'm not sure why you did that, the Tillerden. I don't know why that was done, but I can see you've actually put in. Yeah, I can see you've used character classes, which is good, but I don't understand what the 3 and the 9 mean on here. I think it's 3 to 9 here. Yeah. Okay. All right, moving swiftly on. So this is now shorthand. So I guess I could have a look at this and just have a look at the here. Yes, so you've got the D's. And you've put them in brackets, which is good. In square brackets, which is good. That's cool. In a set, so we should do A, B, C. No, 1, 2, 3 hyphen 1, 2, 3 hyphen 1, 2, 3. No, 4. Why is that? What's going on? 1, 1, 1. That's A. Ah, I see what's going on here. Okay, so there's no set amount, and so this is only going to be looking for 1. This is only going to be looking for 1 number. So this means that probably won't work. Yeah, and this probably won't work either. Yeah, because this is based on a single D. I'll bring it out here to show you. So where are we? Shorthand. And it's this, yeah. So to solve that, it would be like, as Mr. DB has done, it would be like 3 here, and then 3 there, and then 4 like this. And then you would put them in brackets to group them up, which is the next challenge. And I think also you don't need to put in the square brackets. I'll just try this out. There's 1, there's 2, and then let's get rid of this. Right, let's give that a blast. Using the JavaScript, so I'll refresh here. Right, so it was this one. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes. Okay. So yeah, you just needed to put in the number in which those numbers, the number in which those characters can have. So, for instance, 3 digits, and then 4 digits. Okay, moving on. Group those numbers. So that is essentially what I've just done with the grouping. So let's put that in here, and we can see that's ticked. So I'll just take a look at the that's off of here. Yes, that's no. Okay, yeah. Sorry, no, this isn't groups. Scroll down here. So the grouping would be in those brackets. So you would have, so you would do this. Essentially, it's what I've just done above, essentially. But again, as I mentioned with Mr. DB, by putting them in the groups means that you can then assign these to variables, which is super handy for mod rewrite. Okay, so after that, we then have this craziness. UC hyphens IC brackets. All right, let's run this and see. Yeah, we got a tick on that one. Let's run that one too. Awesome. All right, let's have a little gander and see where this is. Okay, so it's reasonably similar to the other one. It's this here. All right, so instead of using look-aheads, we are using OR statements, I believe, if I can read that right. Yeah. OR statements. Yeah, okay, so we escape that. There isn't a requirement here for the hyphen, so that would fail if I put in a hyphen. And then that would be an escaped DB. See, that's in a set. And then that would be an escaped bracket. Yeah, so you've put that into a set, and then into a group. Sorry, I shouldn't say set. Group. You put that into a group, and then this one here, you've got an or a. So you've got bracket that's escaped, or a hyphen. And then you've got the digit, then you've got 3, and then you've got, and then here is a set, and here is a set. Okay, I see what's going on. Okay, so in your set, you're saying this set could either be a bracket or a hyphen. I get that. That makes sense. That's good. And then again, you've got that here, and then here you've got a escaped, that's the word I'm trying to look for, an escaped bracket. Yeah, okay, all right. Yeah, yeah, okay. Again, I would be careful about the groupings, and also I would just say, like, I really do appreciate these GUIs, you know, but I don't think jQuery was required, and you know, if it was just HTML5, it would have been fine. And also in the JavaScript, excuse me, where we've got the do exe stuff. How are we doing that? Element regex. Okay, so we are doing the eval. We are doing a match dot match. Okay, so we are using the JavaScript way of regular expressions. Fine. Okay. And then we're swapping the icon. Okay. Careful with the variable names. Cool. Well, you know, there were two really, really good challenges. This, like I said, this is an awfully difficult challenge to do. A really difficult challenge, and I really appreciate it. So thank you both, Mr. DB and the Tillidan, for doing these things. I really appreciate it. We're gonna be doing a Python challenge next. So this is something that I wanted to do for a while. We haven't done a lot of Python on the streams, but I've done a lot of Python on the YouTube channel. And so I wanted to have some Python on the streams. I think what I'm going to do is grab a cup of tea, and then I'll come back, and then I'll go through that challenge. But yeah, because my tea is very cold. Let me just double check something a minute. I don't know why that's going on to that playlist. There we go. Cool. I'm going to grab a cup of tea, and then I'll be back with the Python challenge, which is in here. I'll bring this up on the page whilst I go. as I go. So we need to get into the August routine. August. Check that out. SRC. This is the Gatsby website for the code challenges. And I believe it is in Markdown 2020, and it is now in August. So this is the one I did late last night. Or, well, I knew what I was doing, but I scripted it up. So I'll leave that on screen whilst I get a cup of tea. And Liquid Oxygen has asked, what kind of tea? Yorkshire tea. Yorkshire tea. Yeah, Yorkshire tea. So I'm going to grab some Yorkshire tea, and I will be back in a couple of minutes. So I'll leave that on there for you to read, and then I'll go through this when I get back. I'll see you in a mo. Oops. Apologies for that. Got a cup of tea. God, getting old. Right. So, Python challenges. I don't think, have we ever done a strictly exclusive Python challenge on this before? I don't think we have. I think what I'll do is I'll build the website first, just to give you a website to look at. So we go to How to Code Well, and we do code challenges. Here we go, and we're in that branch. That's great. And it's Gatsby. So if I did Gatsby develop, and essentially there's 3 challenges here, and they're based on tuples, sets, strings, and dictionaries. Okay. Warning, data is assigned a value but never used. Okay. May have to look into that. So, oops. It helps if you're on the right browser. There we go. Let's spin that back a bit so you can see. Okay, so these 3 Python challenges focus on tuples, sets, dictionaries, and strings, as I've just mentioned. Create a GitHub repo with a Python file per level. Submit your GitHub repository to the Discord channel. That should be Discord server. I will review these live on Twitch at the end of August. Okay, so level 1. How many times is 1 duplicated in this tuple? So 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 5, 6, 7, and 1. So I would like a Python file that when I run, I get a count of 1, 2, 3, 4. So you're going to take that tuple and you're going to find how many times 1 is duplicated. So you should run it and it should output 4. Okay, level 2. Find the max and min in a Python set. So this is a Python set. Excuse me, and I want to print out the maximum and the minimum number in here. So the minimum would be 8 and the maximum would be 32. So write some Python routine that will go over this set and find the minimum and maximum. Now there is a sneaky way to do this. I'll just say find the minimum and maximum again. Okay, and then the next one, which is the difficult jobby. Well, they're all pretty tricky to be honest, but this one is a tricky one. Create a function that counts the characters in the string row, row, row your boat. The function should return a dictionary where the index is the character and its value is the counter. So for example, this is a dictionary in Python. Dictionaries in Python are, of course, allow you to have strings as their indexes, whereas tuples and others you can't. So that's a dictionary, and where we can see the character of R has a count of 3. So 1, 2, 3. Whereas boat, or B, sorry, has a count of 1. So we've only got one B there. So if, for instance, you would have O, so that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You would have A, which would be 1. You would have T, which would be 1, and so on and so forth. I'm gonna this is the first time I've actually ran the website to actually see what this looks like, and what I'm going to do is just break this up a little bit, just to give it a little bit more, just to pad it out a wee bit. So for instance, what I was looking at was this thing here, row your boat. If we can have that on a separate line, there we go. And then change that to say, for example. So create a function that counts the characters in the string in the string row your boat. The function should return a dictionary where the index is the character and its value is its counter. And I'll just put down here, so R is in there 3 times, is in the string, is found in the string 3 times. B is found in the string once, 1 time, and so on. Okay, and again I'm going to split this out to say set down here, because that is how you create a set in Python, by using the set routine. Print the max and min numbers in this set. So, for example, it would be 8, or for example 8 and 32. Okay, how many times is 1 duplicated in this tuple? Again, we're going to put the tuple down here. And this is going to be, for example, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 is in the string 4 times. Cool. I think that clears that up a wee bit. I'm also going to put in a link. I will review these live on Twitch. I'll put a link to Twitch here as well. So https Twitch, can't spell it, .tv/how-to-code-well. Woohoo! Okay, so that's a link now, and I'm going to put this on a separate line as well, and I'll put this on a separate line too. Submit your GitHub repository to the Discord channel. And what's the channel called? It's Coding Challenges. Is it Coding Challenges or Coding Challenge? Woo! Let's move that away for a second. It is... I never remember. It's Coding Challenges to the Coding Challenges channel in the How to Code Well Discord server. And we're going to create a, can't spell server. We'll create a link to howtocodewell.net/Discord. And we're going to put in an invite code to here, which I'm just going to grab. Give me a second whilst I grab Okay, there we go. Cool. Okay, these 3 Python challenges focus on tuples, I'll capitalize that, tuples, sets, and dictionaries, and strings. Create a GitHub repo, repository, with a Python file per level. Submit your GitHub repository to the Coding Challenges channel in the How to Code Well Discord server. Okay. I will review these live on Twitch at the end of August. Level 1: find the duplicates in a Python tuple. How many times is 1 duplicated in the following tuple? So that would be 1, 2, 3, and 4. For example, 1 is in the string 4 times. Okay, it's in the string? No, it's in the tuple 4 times. It's not the string, it's in the tuple 4 times. Level 2, find the max and min of a Python set. So print the max and min numbers of this set. So the set is 15, 11, 8, 15, 32, and 20. So, for example, 8 and 32. Okay, level 3, count the characters in a string. So create a function that counts the characters in. Create a function that counts the characters in the string. Row, row, row your boat. So the function should return a dictionary where the index is the character, and its value is the character count. I think that makes a bit more sense in my head. Although I'm spelling character wrong. Give me a second. Okay. Fine, okay. And then, for example, R is 3, B is 1. R is found in the string 3 times. So 1, 2, 3. B is found in the string 1 time. So B is there. Now, I could have really trolled everybody. But I decided not to. I could have said, like, I could have created a string where you would have an uppercase and a lowercase. And so technically, they would be different. but I decided against it. I just thought, row your boat. So you've got all uppercase R's. So, for instance, if I was to troll, I would have done that. Because then you would have a capital R is 2, lowercase r is 1. But I don't feel that nasty. Yeah, so in theory, yeah, Mr. DB saying in theory it seems straightforward, though not using Python. Yeah. So I guess the first thing to do is understand what a tuple, what a set is, a dictionary, and a string. That would be the first thing I would do, because this isn't JavaScript, this isn't PHP. These things are incredibly different. So get a handle on what these are. Like, what is a tuple? What is a dictionary? That kind of thing. And then go about sort of playing with those, creating those, updating them if you can. and then just give it a whirl. But as always, if you've got any questions, then ask in the coding help channel. And I kind of done this. I mean, I could have gone a little bit further with this. There's only three levels here. I could have gone much further, but I thought because we haven't done Python before, this is a sort of a gentle way in. And what I would love is for people on the Discord server who have just done like specifically one language, say PHP for the back end or JavaScript, to get a feel for how other programming languages do these things. I love Python. I'm a PHP developer. I get paid to write PHP code. I've done a paid gigs before with Python, but there isn't as much Python work where I am at the moment compared to PHP. But it's always interesting to see what shade of green the grass is on the other side, if that makes sense. So yeah, what I'll do, I'll save that and I'll put this onto. Here we go. So I'll go through these again. Okay, so these 3 Python challenges focus on tuples, sets, dictionaries, strings. If you don't know what these are, if you don't know what these are, then I would highly recommend looking into these, seeing what the differences between a tuple and a dictionary is. And whilst you're at it, also have a look at what the differences between a list is and a dictionary and all those other things. There's no such thing as a tuple in PHP. Okay, these 3 Python challenges focus on tuples, sets, dictionaries, and strings. Create a GitHub repository with a Python file per level. Submit your GitHub repository to the Coding Challenges channel in the How to Code Well Discord server. I will review these live on Twitch at the end of August. Level 1, find the duplicates in a Python tuple. So this is a tuple. How many times is 1 duplicated in the following? So create an output that just says 1. I mean, don't write, just, obviously write code that identifies that there is 1. 1 is found in the tuple 4 times. So you're basically looking at this tuple and you're identifying which one. And I bet you could think of how you would do this in PHP, right? You would use something like array count or something, count values, to count the values, how many times those values are in there, right? But we ain't playing PHP. And then here, level 2 is find the max and min of a Python set. So this is a set. So first of all, understand what a set is, and then from here work out which one is the lowest and the highest number. And if you haven't used Python before, you'll be hopefully very surprised, and gladly so, of how Python does this. Which, I really like Python as a scripting language, really do. For example, 8 and 32. So 8 would be the minimum and 32 would be the maximum. And then level 3, count the characters in a string. So row, row, row your boat is the string that we're going to look for, and I would like you to count each character and turn that into it, or create a dictionary, output a dictionary where you have the character and then its count. So R3, B1, and so on and so on. Cool. I'm super happy we got Python on here. If I have a look back at the other challenges, right? So we've got JavaScript, CSS, HTML, JavaScript, CSS, HTML, JavaScript, CSS, HTML, PHP, JavaScript, HTML, PHP, JavaScript, HTML, PHP, CSS. And then all the same up until the last one, which was June, which was JavaScript, Python, and PHP, and then this one. I think, well, I don't know where July's gone, but yeah. So yeah, that's the challenge, Python challenge. Of course, I am up for suggestions. If you've got any suggestions at all on future challenges, then do let me know. Do let me know on the Discord server, and we'll discuss them. And also, if you've got any questions, certainly if you've got any questions on this, then please ask. Don't struggle. I don't want anybody in the Discord server struggling. I will. That needs to be in a second paragraph. There we go. All right, I will. I'll push these up. Let's go over to here. Let's come out of this for a minute. Well, let's go into. They are. What have I got? The modified. Git add. Git commit -m, adding. I kept spelling August the other day with an E. What a nutter. I just want to double check something. Yeah, that looks good. I should have hub on this. Oh. Your branch is up to date with origin feature August. Okay. Might have to just do this through here. I just want to do a push. That's all I want. All right. Cool. Can I do a pull request then from this point, or do I have to do a? I've gone and totally forgotten the commands for a hub. What is P? There we go. I thought that was what we were. I thought I was logged in. I thought, bear with me a minute, I've got to sort this out. I thought I was logged into Git. Just show me the repositories. There we go. Don't know what it was crying about. Okay. Looking good, looking good. Let's get rid of the branch. Git pill. What am I doing? Pull. Thank you. So now if we, so it's rebuilding at the top here. So if we go back to the browser, not that one, not that one, not that one. remove some of this stuff. Aha, localhost. So yeah, okay, so now that's put through on the home page. So we've got June. I think, why is that July and why is that June? What's with that? What's with that? There's something fishy going on here. Let's do a git, not in there, in here. What am I doing? Git checkout -b. No, I don't think it needs a hyphen features, and this would be month July. Fix. There we go. Okay, so why is that July? There's July. And it's July. That makes sense. July 2020 July, that's good. So why on earth is that June? Don't understand. If we go to how to code well, we got August. We should have July here. Click on June. That goes to July. I don't follow. What's going on? April, March, June. Go back to home. June, July. So there's something wrong here. Is it the date? Yes, the date's wrong. That should be 7. So in August, that should be 8. In July, that should be 7. And we didn't do one from June. I don't think. We did April. We did May. We did June. No, we didn't do June. We did July. Yeah, okay. All right. So if I go back to here, sorry about all this. Right, so we got July, click on July, and that goes to July. Let's go to here, and we got August. July. That's better. That's better. So May is May. July. Okay, good. It's crazy few minutes there. Sorry. Git status. Where are we at? Git add, and then git status once more. Git commit -m. Fixing dates. Git push. Yeah, Mr. TV, totally. Was reading from the wrong thing. What is the current? Use P to push the branch. Oh, yeah. All right, fixing dates. Looks good to me. Let's just come out of this, push it up. Good. We have a pull request, which is 43. 43. Fixing dates. For in progress. Come on, Netlify. What the other thing that I want to do today is create a section on this website that has sort of a section on how to submit your challenge, because we all know how to submit the challenge, right? Because I talk about it every time we do the challenges. But to anyone just landing on this website, because I tweet these things. For anybody who's landing on the website from the Twitterverse, will be like, what do I do? What do I do? Hence why I added a little bit more description into here. But really, I want this into a page, and also I want to have a link as well that has on this left-hand side to go to the get to latest challenge. So, for instance, there's no way at the moment to get to August unless you click on the homepage. Anyway, what's Netlify doing now? Is it all good? Yeah, merge. Thank you. Confirm. So that's what we're gonna smash through in a minute. So we're gonna delete that branch. Okay, so and in theory, if we went to here, yes. So this is live. So all the changes that I'm doing right now, they are pushing this live because it's on Netlify. So that's cool. So the August challenge is up. Woo! August challenge is up, everybody. Have fun. Right. I'll put this in the thingy thing. You know what I'm talking about. That thing. Okay, that's done, and I want also like to go to issues. Let's have a look. What we've got: add a list of previous challenges to the current challenge page. That's done, isn't it? Add a list to of previous challenges to the current challenge page. The current challenge page is the home page. Previous challenges are here. So yes, that is done. I think we need to do a wee bit of tidying up. Why is that awaiting triage? Completed. Off you pop. Done. Close the issue. That's done. Okay, so that's closed. I need to look into that. How to submit section. That's what we were talking about. Warning when running Gatsby develop. That was the issue that we saw. And also adding the How to Code Well logo. Yeah, there's a fair amount to do here. So add a How to Submit section. This section should explain that the code challenges should be submitted to the Discord server with a link to the GitHub profile. I did this on the 26th of December last year. So added this to the V2 milestone. Yeah, projects. Well, let's have a look. What is the V2 milestone? Code challenges. Fix favicon. Add the logo. Add the standard footer. Fix that. So have I not put this into phase 2? It's an enhancement. Projects. Waiting for triage. In progress. That's what we're going to work on. Alright, so that's what we're going to play with today. So it's number 24. 24. So let's create a git checkout B. We'll do features, and this is how to submit section. And essentially, I need I guess it's going to be a page. Yeah, I guess it's going to be a page. In templates, in the blog template, I don't know why I've put it blog template. I think it was just off of an example thing that I did. What I would like to do... Oh gosh. Lots of things to fix. So this is the left-hand side. This is this stuff, or the right-hand side. Sorry, that's the right-hand side. previous challenges. So essentially I need to create another set here, and this is going to be how to submit, unless it wasn't a page, unless it was just a couple of lines in each one of these things, which means that it would go in this block. So you got video review, which is oops. So if I clicked on this one, you'll have the video review coming soon. So maybe we should have a section underneath saying how to submit. So it's not actually a separate page, it's just on each one of these things. I don't know. What if they're different though? Yeah, what if I have to change it one day? Yeah, okay, that's not a good idea. So let's create a page. Let's create a page. So I will do it as a link, sort of here, how to submit. I don't really want to put a link on here because it's going to make this crowded. So this is challengers. I need to sort that out, because that needs to be a list of the challenges that we've had today. But let's say, like here, we would have how to submit. But really, do we only need to do this on the home page though? On the current challenge? All right, I'm going to just create a page. I'm going to create a page in here. We're just going to call this sort of how to submit. And in here, it's going to be that's the home page, isn't it? We don't need anything to do with GraphQL. How to submit page is what we'll call this piece of React. We don't need that. Which means we don't need any of this. Which means we don't need any of this either. Because it's not posts. So we don't need those. And we don't need that. So we don't need these. Okay. Is there a way I can... Is there a way? That's that warning again. And really it would be how to submit. Or for the SEO in me, it would be submit your code. Or how to submit your code. How to submit your code. Alright, so how are we getting on with the old how to submit? No such file or directory. Okay, let's just come and do that again. I haven't updated this in terms of packages for a long time, so we're probably going to get some interesting things later down the line. I'm going to have to put in a task to update the site. Okay, right. So let's go back to here, refresh the page, go to there, go to how to submit your code. Okay. So that would be code. It would be essentially codechallenges.howtocodewell.net/how to submit your code. Yeah, how to submit your code. Yeah, that'll do. All right. So then we've got the submit your challenge button here, which we don't need. Actually, what we do need is some text. So we would have text here. So we would have a H1, how to submit your code. Let's not do this in capitalized. I'm trying to get rid of that. How to submit your code, put in a paragraph tag. All code challenges should or to submit your code for review, create a GitHub repository I can't spell. I swear I just button bash half the time. To submit your code for review, create a GitHub repository that holds your challenge, or per challenge, and post the GitHub repository link to the how to code well, and we're going to call this HTCW, and put that into brackets. Coding coding challenges channel on the Discord server. On the to repository, can't spell repository again. Post the GitHub repository link to the coding challenges. I think this is lowercase. Coding challenges. Where did the C come involved? Challenges channel on the How to Code Well Discord server. Sweet. There we go. Right, let's add some linkages. So ahref. Actually, that should be link. Do we not have link? I thought we had link. Import. Huh. Do we have anything in post link? Yeah, link. That's what I need. That's what I need. So this is going to be on the HTCW. Although this is an external link, so that's not actually going to be a thing. So no, we don't need a link. Ha! Lols. Yeah, that needs to be a tag. Because it's an external thing, href. And that will be the same as this thing. And we'll do a target. Oops, out of there, of course. Target, and then we'll do a blank. Cool. Okay, and we'll also put in the invite. No, I'll leave that as is. I think. And then submit your challenge is just a button. I mean, that's fine. And then for every challenge, we link to this. So what I would do is in the blog template, I really need to rename that. It's not a blog. This is a template per challenge. So yeah. So challengers. We need to put in how to submit. And this would be a link. So this would be this would be import. I could do it from here, can't I? GraphQL and then link. There we go. Link to, and this would be how to submit your code. And then here we just have actually I think what I'm going to do, thinking about this, because we should have on each page, if we go to here, we should have a submit your challenge here. So I wonder if that goes to that page, that how to submit. Yeah, that to me sounds more sensible. So is this on every single one? So if we go to March, no, it's only on the current one. Okay, so that would be an index. So it would be current challenge. And we click on that. No, that's not. Yeah, here we are. I'm going to change this to be a link. I need to get ESLint running on this, don't I? And we're going to change that to be 2. And this is going to be how to submit your code. and instead of this, submit your challenge. Oh, I don't know now. Now I've done that, I don't know. I'm not sure. Submit your challenge. Maybe I should call this how to submit your challenge. So you click on that and it goes to here, and then you go submit your challenge, and that goes off to the Discord server. Meh. Yeah, alright. How to your challenge. What am I talking about here? How to submit your code. How to submit your code. Your coding challenge. Alright, let's see if we can play with some of this. So inline block border, blah 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 blah. Can we change the color? Because I don't like the fact that it's just that. Can we change that to be... What have we got? Inline border rounded. That doesn't seem to be pulling off of that, does it? If I did say text red 500. Is that going to change the text red 500? No. So something is overriding this. I've got a feeling this is because of the there was another issue. Remove Tailwind. I think there's a problem with Tailwind's configuration with this. I'm using a, yeah. That's gonna be annoying. All right. Well, we've got that page up. So we've got a how to submit section. Yeah. Yeah. So we're making a bit of headway. That's cool. That's cool. On the Coding Challenges channel on the Discord server. How to submit your code for review. That's what I should say. How to submit your code. How to submit your here we go. How to submit your code for review. All right, to submit your code for review, create a GitHub repository per challenge. And post the GitHub repository link to the Coding Challenges channel on the HTCW Discord server. The challenges, the code will be reviewed, or each challenge will be reviewed at the end of the month. At the end of the month, live on Twitch. And I'm going to put in another ahref to HTTPS, and this is, well, we could do how to code well. I don't know. Is this running? I can't remember if I've got this running or not live. I doubt this is running. I very much doubt this is running. No. It would help if I could spell my own website. Is this oh, it is running. Okay, that's good. All right, we'll do that. Good-o. I totally forgot I did that. So, okay. So at the end of the month, at the end of the month on live on Twitch. Whoa. Live on Twitch. Okay, so we'll save that and then we'll refresh. To submit your code for review, create a GitHub repository per challenge and post the GitHub repository link and post a link to the my English. Right. To submit your code for review, create a GitHub repository per challenge. To submit your code for a root. Yeah. And post the GitHub and post the link to the link to the and post the link to the GitHub repository. There's too many to these. Was that alright as it was? To submit the to submit your code for review, create a GitHub repository per challenge and post the GitHub repository link to the Coding Challenges channel on the How to Code Well Discord server. Full stop. I am then going to do that. Okay, each challenge will be reviewed at the end of the month live. Will be reviewed live on Twitch at the end of the month. That's what I should say. So we're going to remove that. Each challenge will be reviewed live at the end of the month. And I should probably have a link to the latest challenge as well. So we'll put another P tag in here. So check out let's create a button. Can we do that? There we go, submit your challenge. Can we put that button into here? Actually, no, let's not bother. Let's just write this. Take a look at the latest coding challenge. Take a look at this month's, because it's a monthly thing, this month's coding challenge. And this is just going to go back to the homepage, isn't it? So we should take a look at this month's coding challenge. At this. So that again, this is a link. Have I not? I thought I did. No, I didn't. Imports. Link from Gatsby. Thank you. Where are we? Where did that go? Here, link. So 2, and then this would be index, I think. Yep. Right, let's see. How did that work? So click on that. No. Is it index page? No. All right. How do I get back to the home page? Is it capital I? I thought it was just index, but perhaps not. Pages is index. No, it's not. Could I just do... I don't think I can, but can I just do that? I thought I had to... There we go. Okay, fine. It's done. All right, so how to submit your coding challenge. Boom. Take a look at this month's coding challenge. Boom. That's cool. Live on Twitch goes to howtocodewell.net/live. This goes to howtocodewell.net/Discord. And then submit your challenge goes to the Discord as well. Submit your challenge now. Now. All right. I would really love to sort out these the buttons that aren't really buttons at the moment. All right. I think we've done a ton of stuff, and I think I need to git status. Not in that terminal. In this one. Git status. What have we done? Git add. All the things. Git commit. -m. Adding how to submit section. All right. Git push. Oh, hang on. In insert mode, how adding section. Escape, writing quit. Up we go. Off you pop, and then create that pull request. Pull requests, pull requests, pull requests, pull request. Adding section. It's all good. Merge and pull. Boom. Go to issues. That's done. I can remove that. I should have put in a hash and then the tag, but I didn't. So that's completed, and we can close that off. So if we go to how to code well now, and I'll probably have to wait a couple of minutes for it to do the deployment. I'm quite looking forward to this challenge, this Python challenge. It's nice to be able to have a diverse amount of content, like programming languages, jumping from HTML, JavaScript, CSS, Python, PHP. It's nice to be able to dip your toe into various things. So we'll see. Has that? No. Hasn't pushed up yet. This thing is going to take a bit of time to do, because it's to do with the fact that I'm pulling in from our open source UI library, and that needs a version bump because it's doing some crazy stuff which I don't need, and it's overriding these styles. So that's going to take a wee bit of time to play with. I just want to make sure that this is actually going up. Submit your no, it hasn't gone up. It's not a caching thing, is it? Hey, here we go. How to submit your coding challenge. Click on that. This is live, so I've just pushed this live. How to submit your code for review. To submit your code for review, create a GitHub repository per challenge and post the GitHub repository link to the Coding Challenges channel on the How to Code Well Discord server. Each challenge will be reviewed live on Twitch at the end of the month. Take a look at this month's coding challenge. So if I click on this, we should get to this month's coding challenge. Woo! Something else I want to do is whilst I'm playing with this is when we click on one of these things, like say someone's reviewing the Marches one, for instance, and you can see the YouTubes and all of this stuff. So this will be on YouTube, the August one and the July one. There's no way to actually go back to the current challenge, and the current challenge is on the homepage. So there's no way of going back to that apart from clicking on here. But who's going to know what that does, right? So I'm thinking that we need to have a link like down here, just to say go to current challenge, which just takes you back to the homepage. So yeah, we don't need it on the homepage, which would be index, which would be this one, but we do need it on the blog template, because the blog template is the template for each one of these. And I also need to deal with the videos. So some of the I'm quite behind in my video uploads of the VODs, because they do take a wee bit of time. So we've got the Christmas one here. So I do need to do, obviously, July one. That's going to happen in the next few weeks. May needs to happen. April needs to happen. Jeez. March is in. Okay, so we've got a couple of months to put on. And I need to also submit on July the challenges. Let's do that first, because then that wraps up this challenge, doesn't it? So the two challengers, that we had today was the Tilladin and Mr. DB. So we will do that. I'm going to create a pull request again. So we'll go over to wherever this is, go to coding challenges, go to issues, create a new issue, add challengers for July. And also, whilst we're at it, so let's go projects, pump that into there. Whilst we're at it as well, we will also create another issue. See, the thing that I really like about Jira, and I don't really like Jira, but the thing that I really like with Jira is there's a tick box to say create another issue, and then when you tick that tick box and you say create another issue, all of your various things are set. So, for instance, if I did a new issue, I'm going to have to now go back and click on this one, click on new, click on this one, click on you, click on this one, click on you, come on, click on this one, and click on you. Yeah, anyway, so I would like to list the previous set. So that was July, May, and April, wasn't it? We didn't have one for the videos I'm talking about. We didn't have one for April. We didn't have one for May. And we don't have one for July. However, the way the Twitch affiliates are, and the rules on that, you can't immediately upload a broadcast after it's been broadcast. You have to wait. So that won't happen. So May and April. So it will happen, but it won't happen straight away. So May and April. And if anybody's watching this on YouTube, when it does come out, hello. So it's April and May. So we'll put that into here. Add April and May videos. Otherwise, I mean, I won't forget, but if I've got an issue, I'll be on it. All right. So the one that I want to play with is the challengers for July. All right. So we're going to go git checkout, and we'll check out master, and we'll do a git pull, and we'll do a git check out -b features, July challengers. Alright, so the way this works is in July we have a list of challenges like this. Now these are the links. If I had a look at, let's say, March, these will be the links to the particular repositories. So I need to find them. So give me a second whilst I do that. These would be on our Discord servers. If I go to the coding challenges, we have, first up, we've got Mr. DB 303. So put that in. And then also we have another one, which is the Tilladin. If I find that. Here we go, July challenge. And I've got some funky little code that will come on, there we go. So in July, a funky little bit of code that will pull out the GitHub profile avatars. So for instance, if I go to say December, you see that trust me to pick a username that I can't pronounce. And Zero has that. So you can see that Elimia and others that have different GitHub profiles. So if you use your profile a lot in GitHub and you've got a profile photo, then it will be pulled. So this is abandons. Yeah, which I was pretty chuffed about pulling that out, because it did take a little bit of head scratching to do. But essentially, I'll have a look. I'll show you on the blog template. What it's doing is on here, challenge link. Yeah, it's doing a little bit of funky regex to get the challenger from the GitHub. It's getting the first. See what I mean by groups? So that's the first group. That's the second group. It's replacing this with variable 1. And yeah, it's pulling out the. It probably could be done a little bit tidier, but essentially what it's doing is it's replacing the profile. It's pulling the profile name from the first part of the GitHub string. So you've got GitHub here, and then you've got variable 1, which is the profile name. And what else is it doing? And yes, and then it's putting that into the src. That's what it's doing. So GitHub / and then it's pulling that out. .pong. Anywho, because that's how they do it. So that's cool. I'm happy with that. I'm going to just check. My phone was rumbling. All good stuff. All right, so let's put that in. So we'll do a git status, git add of the things, and then we do git commit -m, adding July challengers. Okay, git, or we do hub pull request p. And I'm going to, this time, I'm going to do something a little bit more sensible. I'm going to see if I can close the issue. I need to go into insert mode. Silly vim. And I think, if I remember rightly, closes and then hash and then the ID of the issue. So the issue here is 45. So hash 45. Let's do this as a test. So exit to come out of this, then colon, then write and quit to come out of Vim, and write it and push it up. Off you go. Cool. Pull request 47. Adding July challenges. Closes 45, and you can see that there's a hash there. And yeah, it has done a sensible thing now, so it is going to. We'll wait for those checks to go through. I think this is just Netlify checking various bits and pieces for the deployment. Although, to be honest, I don't really know what it's doing. Page is changed. Mixed content. I don't really know. Oh, let's come away from that. And then I understand the redirect rules and all of this stuff that need to be changed. Anywho, we'll just wait until that goes through. It's just an excuse for me to have another cup of tea, really, or have a slurp of tea whilst we wait for that to go. Oh, typically it's done, so we'll merge and then we'll do confirm, and then we'll delete the branch. That automatically should have closed that issue. Closes 45, and it has done. Woohoo! Cool. We'll have a little gander and see if that's gone up. Not yet. There was something I wanted to talk about, and that was a PHP certification. I have purchased a book on getting the PHP certification to be certified as a PHP developer. What do they call it? A Zen certification of PHP. And yeah, see, I'm in two minds, because I know it's going to take a lot of work to do. I mean, I know PHP, but I don't know how much I know. Does that make sense? I don't know how much I know of PHP. I've been working with PHP for yonks, for years, for decades, quite literally. And I was taught it at college, not university. At university, I was taught Java. However, I did a wee bit of PHP in university, but nothing as much as the other languages. Anyway, so and my degree at university is web development and multimedia. It's not specific to any kind of language. And as a freelancer, I do think that getting a certification will help, especially with contracting. And it's something that I've wanted to do for a while, but I just haven't done it because of the time commitments. So it's something that I'm considering. There we go. We've got the challengers on here now. So it's something I'm considering. I've purchased a book to go through, like a study guide, to go through it, and I'm going to take a gentle approach to it to see how long I think it's going to take me to do. And off of the back of this, of course, there's going to be more tutorials and courses and stuff, which is going to be good. And also, I think it's going to increase the credibility of how to code well if the teacher, i.e. me, is certified in the things that I'm teaching. So I do think it has to. I do need to do it. Quite simply. It's just a case of when and how, because it's doing these certifications on languages. It's not something that you can just do in the weekend. It's not something that you can just sort of blag and sort of swat overnight. So I need to think very carefully as to the planning of it, because there's so much that I do for how to code well that it will just eat into that time. So anyway, it's something on the cards. Something on the cards. Right. That's the courses. Okay, that's fine. So July now has these, and if we go to here, we've got how to submit your coding challenge. That's what we've just done. Submit your challenge now goes to this month's. Excellent. Hey, Enzlakak, I can't pronounce that. Alina Outklut. Hope you're well. Yeah, right. So there's 75 questions, and some of them are multiple choice, as in there's one answer, and there's multiple answers to choose from. Some of them are multiple answers to multiple choice, and some of them are things that you know, it's like things that you need to write. So, and I think there's 75 questions, and it's totally random. Like the set of questions is randomly picked from the huge amount of stuff that you could learn in PHP. So there's going to be loads of stuff that I learned that I'm not going to be tested on. So it's a bit of a memory thing. Let me just grab it up. PHP certification. It is in here. So right. Oops. Right. So these are the list of exam topics, right? So there's quite a lot. Everything from the basics of PHP, so syntax, operators, variables, control structures, namespaces, extensions, configuration, performance, bytecode, caching, to functions, to data formats and types, object-oriented programming. You know, there's loads here. So return types, auto-loading, reflection, type hinting, web features themselves, sessions, forms, get and post, HTTP headers, authentication, status code, security, configuration, session security, loads of stuff, encryption, hashing, then I/O, files, reading, writing, file system functions, strings and patterns, and then database stuff, so SQL, joins, prepared statements, transactions, PDO, arrays, associative arrays, array iteration, array functions, error handling, exceptions, errors, throwables. So there's 11 sections in this, and I believe if we went to PHP certification study, no, here we go, certification FAQs. The exam was written by the advisory board and the Zen Framework Education Advisory Board. Each board's members are most well known and respected in the PHP and Zen framework communities. It's important to note that the board is completely neutral. Okay, so yeah, so it's built by the people who know what they're talking about, essentially. And you can take it, apparently you can take it from their testing centers. There's 4,700 of them, but also you can do it on, in most cases, you have the option to take your test at home. And with the exams, so this is both Zend and PHP. So I think the PHP exam is composed of 75 questions, but the Zend framework exam is 70 questions. As multiple choice questions with only one right answer, multiple choice questions with multiple correct answers, and a free form question which must be answered. And you have 90 minutes to do them. So, yeah, it's tough. Essentially, it's tough, and it's running off of PHP 7. That's the version that it's running against. PHP 200-710, so 7.1. Yeah, so it's tough. It's tough, and the reason why I'm thinking of doing it is because it would be great on the CV. Because COVID. Well, so it was tough as a freelancer with COVID because there was a period of time where things went quite quiet, and I lost a lot of work. A lot of money was lost. A lot of work was lost. I was out of work for a big period of time. A big period in time in terms of the time of not receiving money, if that makes sense. So not a large period of time in terms of a project, but a large period of time without any funds coming in, if that makes sense. And that got me thinking as to, like, what else could I do to make myself a little bit more appealing for contract roles and freelancers and freelance and stuff like that. Luckily, the market then sort of picked up again. But when it did pick up, unfortunately, I had to, reduce the daily rate because, you were scrabbling about trying to get contracts and stuff. So it's tough. It was tough. And I was just thinking, what could I do to help make my CV shine and make me as a developer more appealing to clients who don't know me? And so that was one of the reasons. But another reason, of course, is the How to Code Well channel that I've got here. I love teaching people how to code well. And I think that to have a certificate behind me to say that the things that I'm teaching are actually correct because I know my stuff, because I've been tested myself, would increase the credibility of How to Code Well. And I would like to do more than this in terms of certifications, certainly. But the challenge I've got is time, because this is a huge task. This is a huge undertaking, a ginormous undertaking, to study, the stress involved, everything. Like, I don't like exams, full stop. I've done an LPIC, which is the Linux certified courses, and essentially, massive book. You read it as much as you possibly can. You spend months and months studying, and then you go to this test center where it's just you and a screen, and you get left on your own for a huge period of time, or 90 minutes or whatever. It feels like eternity, and you're sweating and you're panicking and you're screwing things up. And yeah, I'm not a massive exam fan, but here's me making excuses. So anyway, this is on the cards. I might do this at some point. Yeah. Anyway. Let's get back to Gatsby. Other things that I would like to do today are, of course, the get back to the current challenge, because I think that would be handy. And this is going to be like a link here, because we've already got the July challenges up. So I think we're going to have, I might change that to be this month's challenges, previous challenges, and then latest challenge, or latest challenge, this month's challenges, and then previous challenges. Or maybe change that to be this month's submissions. Just because there's lots of challenges and challengers. Right, so do we have a task? I think I created a little task for this, didn't I? It was, did I? Why did I put it in V2? Maybe I didn't. I got add April and May. Or maybe I didn't. Let's just add that in. So new issue. So here it knows that I'm on milestone 2.0, but still got to do all of this stuff. It is design. And the project is in this project, of course. So add link to current challenge. All right. So as before, we'll do a git checkout of master, and we'll do a git pull. And then we'll do a git, checkout of, what should we call this? Add link to current challenge. So I guess features, current challenge, link. I can't spell current, can I? There's a P. Current challenge link, there we go. Oops, no, that needs to be -b because we're making a new branch. All right, so the idea is it doesn't need to be on the index because the index page is the current challenge, so that, that's fine. It doesn't need to be on this page because this has a link to the current challenge, which is, does it? Take a look at the current challenge. Yeah, that's essentially what I need. A link. Let's just copy that. Blog template. It needs to be here, doesn't it? So previous challenges. It needs to be somewhere down here. And it's a link. And this is going to say current or this month's challenge. All right, and I wouldn't mind putting that up here. So let's just have a look and see what that looks like. I have to do a shift refresh. So this month's, it doesn't look very good, does it? This month's challenge. No, let's not say this month's. Let's say latest challenge. All right, latest challenge, but it doesn't. How would I fit this in to make it look? Because you've got headers here. I mean, really, it would be something like H1. Is it H1? Yeah, I don't know why it's H1. H1, and then this would be sort of latest challenge and. It's a good job I'm not being tested on my spelling, right? And then I guess here I would say something like go to. No, that's horrible. All right, so we've got latest challenge, previous challenges, and then what I would like to have is this month's challengers or submissions. This month's submissions. Or just submissions. So that would be here. So I'm going away from the root of this task, but anyway, submissions with an S. So submissions, a latest challenge, view current challenge, and wouldn't it be nice to have the icon of here up there somehow? I mean, that would require a bit of GraphQL to do that, because essentially what I need to do is pluck out that from here. For now, let's just leave it like that. I don't want to overcomplicate this too much. I do also want to sort this out, because I would love to have this in some form of order. So really that should be... That would be good. The more I look at this website, the more I'm nitpicking, right? I'm finding little things. But anyway, at least now we have a link back to the homepage. So on all of these. All right. Cool. I'm relatively happy with that, I suppose. It'll do for now. Right, let's do a git status. That was only the one thing we did. Git add of the things, then git commit -m, and then this is adding latest challenge link, and then git or hub pull request p, and I can't remember what we called it was 48. Whoops, insert mode, closes, hash, whoops, hash, and then what was it? 48. All right, escape, write and quit, off we go. Good, pull request 48, 49. Wait for the review. Ah dear. Come on. I know I can merge it now, but I do want to just wait for these checks to go through. There's so much I would like to do with How to Code Well. So much I would like to do. The work gets in the way. The freelance stuff just gets in the way. You know, the usual 9 to 5. Merge that in. Confirm. Woohoo! Okay, delete that branch. And whilst that gets deployed, what I'm going to do is tidy up my workspace, because I've got loads of dead branches. Git branch. Hang on a minute. I thought there was.
Hello, code.
One help. I thought there was hyphen list. There we go. Hey, thank you for following Proxy King. Woohoo! You set the emotes off. Thank you very much. Do appreciate it. Hope you're well. Hope you're having a good weekend. Git branch list. That's what we need. Okay, yeah, we got tons of branches that I can get rid of. Right, git. Whoa. Git branch -d. I think it's... I can't remember if it's capitalized D or lowercase d. I forget. D. There's no real sort of documentation here, is there? I think it's git branch. What's -a? Okay. All right. I usually just do the list, but -a gets all of them. Ah. There we go. Something I've learned. Lists all the branches. What I want to do, is come out of that. I want to do git branch. Is it -d capital or lowercase? They're both on my history. I can't remember. Essentially what I want to do is delete the branches locally and delete them on the repo if they are there. I reckon it's capital D, but I don't trust myself to just run it willy-nilly. So git delete remote branch. Okay, so hyphen delete flag. A little bit. Come on, git branch A lists them all as you've seen. Git D deletes the branch. Yes, but is that remote or is that remote? You can also use D flag, which is synonymous to delete force instead of D. This will delete the branch regardless of its merge status. Okay, that's a bit harsh. Here we go. To delete a remote branch, you can't use the git branch command. Instead, use the git push command with the delete flag. Oh, yes, of course. Followed by the name of the branch you want to delete. You need to specify the remote name origin in yes. Thank you, Liquid Web. Yeah. All right. Let's do the local ones first. So we'll do git list again. So local ones are these things here. So let's get rid of 38 first. So it's git branch hyphen D. To delete a local branch. Yeah. Hyphen D, and it was 38. And I'm going to do this in a different terminal. Just because if I did git branch list here, there we go, and then on here we do git branch hyphen D 38. Can I do more than one? 5 video feature August. Let's have a go. Feature June and feature March. I don't know if this is possible. Yeah, it was. Woohoo! Cool. Oh, that's good. All right, so that is the one we're on at the moment. Current challenge link, which is what we shouldn't be on actually. We should be on git checkout. Master, checkout master. Oops. Can't spell checkout. And then git, we'll pull that down. So just to clarify, we're now on the master branch, and which I am going to change the name. By the way, for anyone out there who's like, ooh, it should be called master. No, I am going to change it to main at some point. But you have to appreciate, I have many repositories that I need to do this to. Right, git. Come on, git. Not remote, git branch. There we go, branch. Hyphen D. And we're going to get rid of features. Let me just copy them. Just copy them. That was the reason why I put them up there in the first place. Just copy them. This one, how to submit section. That's the one we just done. July challenges, done that too. I wonder if there's a command or some form of something and submit. I wonder if there's like a command that you can run that will delete all the branches except for a branch that you specify. That would be handy, wouldn't it? So let's run that, and then let's do list again. Sweet. If I did git, did you say branch hyphen A? I think you did, didn't you? There we go. Okay, so yikes, we've got loads. I thought we deleted these things though. I thought like I deleted that. I thought I deleted that. Because if we went to the... That's confusing. So are you saying that now we've got many branches in here? 12 branches. Shoosh. Yeah. Alright. I think there was a way of taking a look at... You could do this through here, can't you? You can just go delete, delete, delete. So, yeah. Stale branches are... submit. That one, 32. 33. This is when I was calling the branches by the issue number. Hey, Anthony Linux 99, thank you for following. Thank you for following. You set the emotes off. I hope you've had a really good weekend. I really do. Hope you've had a good weekend. I'm just tidying up. Yeah, I've deleted these locally. Take care, Mr. DB. Thank you very much for your submission today, for your regex. It's really, really good. I enjoyed doing that. That's all right. No problem. I enjoy doing it. Have a good Sunday. Have a good Sunday. Yeah. So I deleted these like locally, and that is merged. Yeah. Cool. There is a develop branch, and I don't have this locally. If I was to run that again, what is going on? Why do I need to do a git fetch? Do I need to do a git fetch? Git fetch. Git fetch, and then a git branch A. Well, I am. Color me confused. Color me confused. I've just deleted them. Right, all the stale branches, I have just removed them all. If I clicked on all branches here, that can be deleted. That can be deleted. That can be deleted. Active. Mine. Stale. All branches. Alright. So if we did that, then we get all of them. And this is still saying that these are on remotes. I don't understand. I don't understand. But I'm just like one of those car noises in the car. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to turn the radio up and forget about it. Okay. Liquid oxygen. You need to add the -p to get the updated status of all... Oh, do you? What? Like, on here? No. On what command? Git fetch p. Sorry. I didn't see. Git fetch -p. Get you Git guru. Okay, so we can see them all deleted. So does this mean that Git branch A, because this is new to me, -a, is this okay. Right, let me just have a look at that documentation. Git fetch. Come on. -p. I should just call these streams Watch Pete spell things wrong. Fetch branches or tags collectively. Blah, 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 blah. I want to see what that P does. Is there a... Here we go. Prune. Before fetching, remove any remote tracking references that no longer exist on remote. Thank you, Liquid Web. You are a star. Tags are not subject to pruning if they are fetched only because of the default tag, auto following, or due to the --tags option. Okay. Not entirely sure what that means, but fair enough. However, if tags are fetched, yeah, we're not worrying about tags at the moment. Supplying the prune tags is shorthand for, yeah, prune tags. Okay, thank you very much. That makes a lot of sense. Before fetching, remove any remote tracking references. So they were remote tracking references that no longer exist on the remote. I feel like Keanu Reeves in The Matrix, and I've just gone, I know Kung Fu. Thank you very much. No worries. Yes, it's coming up to 6. I need to shoot off too. I need to have my my Sunday dinner. Oh, thank you very much for hanging out as well. I really appreciate it. And wherever you are in the world, take care. You mentioned that it's a great morning, so yeah, enjoy the rest of your day. I'm glad you could start it with How to Code Well. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. I am going to shoot off as well. I want to say a massive thank you to Mr. DB. I know that he left earlier, as well as the Tillerden for the submissions. And before I leave, what I'm going to do is just go through the Python challenges once more for August. So this is now on the website, codingchallenges.howtocodewell.net. I'm going to push this into the GitHub. Sorry, I'm going to push this into the chat. So this is the challenges. It's Python this time round, which is something that we haven't done for a while. We didn't do any. There wasn't any Python in July. It was just JavaScript and PHP. So these 3 Python challenges focus on tuples, sets, dictionaries. That needs to be a comma there. Sets, dictionaries, and strings. Create a GitHub repository with a Python file per level. Submit your GitHub repository to the Coding Challenges channel in our Discord server. So we have a Discord server. Discord. There we go. So you can join. You can ask coding questions there. There is a coding help channel there too. It's a great place to get help from other coders. And it's available to all levels of coders. So level 1, because these challenges are done in levels, so they get harder as they progress. So find the duplicates in a Python tuple. So how many times is 1 duplicated in the following tuple? So for example, you would write a piece of code that would output 1 is in the tuple 4 times, because you got 1, 2, 3, and then 4. Level 2, find the max and min of a Python set. So this is a Python set, and I would like you to write something like a function that will return 8 and 32, because 8 is the minimum and 32 is the maximum. Level 3 is count characters in a string. So create a function that counts the characters in the string row your boat. The function should return a dictionary where the index is the character and its value is the character count. So this would be the index, and that is the value. So R is in row your boat 3 times, whereas B is in the string once. And of course you would have the other characters there too for the rest of the characters in here. And then you would output something similar to this. R is found in the string 3 times, B is found in the string one time, and so on and so on. To submit your challenge, go to this page, and it says to submit your code for review, create a GitHub repository per challenge, and post the GitHub repository link to the Coding Challenges channel on the How to Code Well Discord server. There's a link there. It's free to join. Each challenge will be reviewed live on Twitch at the end of the month. So this month is Python, and it will go to the end of the month. Usually it's the last Sunday of every month I do these things. And then there's the link to go back to this month's challenge. Before I leave, I just want to say a massive thank you to Mr. DB303 and the Tillerden for doing the July code challenges. This was a regex test. and you can access their repositories there. And also, what I do with these code reviews is, after a good few weeks, I upload the video that I've just done, this, to YouTube, to the How to Code Well YouTube live channel, and then I publish it on here as the code review. So thank you ever so much, everybody, for joining today. I really appreciate it. Take care, everybody. Have a fantastic Sunday, and happy coding. Cheers. Thank you. Bye-bye.